coming in to meet with me today. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing well.
So, I wanted to speak with you about something. Is now still a good time to meet?
Yeah, this is fine. What do you want to talk about?
Well, before we begin, how do you feel that sales have been recently? Do you notice any differences, either positively or negatively?
No, I don't notice any differences. Why do you ask?
Well, this is actually the reason I called you in to talk. You're our strongest performer. You typically make about 60% of the sales at this dealership. And I've noticed that sales have been down at an alarming rate within the last month. So, I checked into the sales data to understand why. And I've noticed that yours have been down by almost half. This is alarming to me. And after looking into this, I've noticed that there's still been a normal number of interested customers, but sales haven't been made. And I wanted to let you know that if you continue like this, it'll hurt you in terms of commission, and it also hurts the dealership, who depends on your sales skills as well.
Are you sure, Gianna? I don't know about that. It seems like everything had been pretty normal and up to par. Maybe it's Kevin or Carl whose sales are slumping. Why do you think that it's me?
Well, the proof lies here. As you can see on your quarterly sales calculations from this quarter, you sold about 300 units, when you typically sell about 550 a quarter. Kevin and Carl are on the same number that they usually sell. Your performance is what makes the difference, and a lull in it affects us a lot more severely.
I don't know how that's possible. I know I sold what I normally do. This makes no sense to me.
Well, using this data, I'll change my question a bit. Do you understand and agree that these are genuine numbers, and that if they aren't, that you're not reporting your sales honestly? I don't feel like that would be the case, though.
No, I can agree with you on that. These are my genuine numbers. I always report my sales honestly.
Well, now that we have an agreement that these are honest figures, I kind of want to know if you understand what it means and get your reactions and feelings in the matter.
Well, of course I understand what it means. I've just let everyone down and I can't win.
Jeffrey, what is it exactly that you mean in that sense? Could you clarify this a bit for me?
Well, I'm letting my wife down because I can't bring home the money that I used to for our growing family. I've let you down because I can't perform the way I usually do, and I've just let the team down. And on top of that, I'm screwing up all my accounts, haven't I?
Well, I can tell you're letting this get to you as a personal failure, and you're getting hostile about it. Let's talk about it instead. What's going on in your mind?
Quite frankly, Gianna, I'm just overwhelmed and there's so much going on in my life. It's hard for me to focus solely on work. My home life is changing and I'm exhausted. I'm constantly getting pressure to do better. First, it's my wife who's always on my case when I'm at home, and now it's you and the team.
Well, the main point is certainly not to add pressure onto you. I completely understand that you have a lot on your mind, and your home life is a huge factor into how you're doing during the day. I just want to clarify that the main point of this meeting is to show you that something needs to be changed with the sales. I know you're better than this, and I know that you're more than capable to fix the issue. I don't want this to become a habit. I know you're a star performer.
I'm sorry for getting heated before, Gianna. I should have kept my cool, but I'm just frustrated at myself, not at you. I'm sorry for letting you down. Can you please accept my apology?
Of course. Again, I know what you're going through must certainly not be easy. It's a big change in your life. Thank you for apologizing, though. I'll certainly accept your apology. Remember, while the slump in sales this quarter isn't going to change, you can take this information to your advantage so that you can do even better next quarter. I believe in you, the team believes in you, and I'm certain that your wife believes in you too.
Thanks for accepting my apology, believing in me, and sharing all of this. I appreciate that we were able to come to an understanding.
And thank you for listening to me and sharing what you think. Are you ready to take on this next quarter and chapter of your life with confidence?
I certainly am.
Awesome. Have a great rest of your day. Here we go.
Hey, Gianna.
Hey, Jeff. How are you?
Yeah, I'm kind of over it.
Same here. So what's going on?
Oh, I don't know. You're the one who called me in to talk.
Well, Jeff, I just want to be straight up with you. How do you feel that your sales have been recently? Because I don't feel like they've been very good.
Oh, no, they're good. They're good.
Really? Because if you look at these sales characteristics, you're pretty off.
Why? Because I sold 300 this quarter, not 500?
Yeah, exactly. Because your sales are what makes the difference at this dealership.
I mean, if you look at the data on the website, I have the same amount of interested customers. They're just not pulling through with buying them.
Really? Because if you have the same amount of interested customers and they're not making sales, then that's more of a you problem.
I don't know what it is. I think it's because it's the middle of the year. It's not the end of the year when everyone's pulling the trigger. I don't know.
Well, you're going to blame everybody else, but you're not going to blame yourself, Jeff.
No.
Really, what's the deal?
No, it's Carl and Kevin. They have not been doing anything, and I can see their sales declining.
You're going to blame Carl and Kevin on this, but you can see here that their sales are not declining.
I don't know. My wife is putting pressure on me. I'm not bringing home the money I used to. I don't know what to do.
well, you're gonna bring your wife into this now. Okay, it's Kevin's fault, it's Carl's fault,
Yeah.
it's her fault. Now it's gonna be my fault next, isn't it?
Yeah, it is your fault because you know what? You're not guiding me. If I knew this closer to the end of the quarter, then I would have performed a little bit better.
So basically, it's everybody's fault but your own.
Correct. I can't do this. I mean, I don't understand why I'm the one getting blamed when I'm not doing anything. It's the customers who aren't forming the sales all the way. I have all the interested customers. I do.
Well, Jeff, if you're the one with the interested customers and the interested sales, then why are these sales so low?
I don't know. I don't know.
Well, if you don't know the answer to these questions, then why are you still here?
I shouldn't be. I think I just need to leave. I think I need to
Right.
go. Bye. Hey Carrie, how are you? I was just touching base with you to see if you had the end of the year report done for me by the end of the day so we can get ready for the big board meeting tomorrow at 12.
Kaylee, I was just finishing up the last of what I needed to fix and print it out. Would you like to see one copy before I get the board room ready tonight for tomorrow?
Yes, Carrie, that'd be great. Be sure to let me know if you need any help or stumble upon any questions. If you finish up and I'm not here, I have a meeting in an hour. Please print out a copy and leave it on my desk and I will look it over before I go home tonight.
Hey Kaylee, I just finished up the last parts of the report and printed and laid them out in the folders in the boardroom for today's meeting, after making those little changes that you mentioned last night.
Carrie, this looks great. This is exactly what I'm looking for and the board will be happy to have this new layout. I really like the way you took initiative on this task and really proving yourself. Keep up the good work.
Kaylee, now that this portfolio is set for the meeting tomorrow, is there something else that you were looking for me to do that you want me to prioritize?
You know what, Carrie? You have done such a great job meeting this tight deadline. Let's sit down and discuss what I'm looking for you to do next. I can really trust you to perform and you beat my expectations on this last project. I want you to take on a new project of becoming an expert on the new software for the project managers. We have a timeline of getting this live within the next 3 weeks. Do you want to take this on and form a training program to teach the project managers?
That would be a great opportunity for me to help you and prove to you that I'm willing to be able to take on these kinds of tasks and would love to be able to lead the training on this new software.
Great, Carrie, this is amazing that you can do this and that you were able to meet the other deadlines so that we now have time to get ahead on this and implement this new software before the new year comes up.
Great, thank you for that recognition. It is nice to know that I'm really performing the way that you want me to. I think that all these projects are just stepping stones for me to add on to my strengths and work on projects that emphasize my weaknesses. So the next task will be to get that software going and get a training program ready for you soon.
Well, compliments are put where they deserve. Just keep up the good work and excited to see this training come into play in the next couple of weeks. Be sure to find me if you need any other work in the meantime.
Perfect.
Yeah. Hey Carrie, how are you? I was just touching base with you to see if you had the end of the year report done yet for the board meeting at 12 tomorrow.
Kaylee, I was just finishing up the last of what I need to fix and print it all out. Would you like to see a copy before I get the boardroom ready tonight for tomorrow?
Yeah, that'd be great. Just let me know if you have any questions or you need any help or anything, and I'll get to it before I go home tonight.
Hey Kaylee, I actually didn't get around to the copies and I didn't get to finish because I had different projects going on.
Oh, Carrie, you should have told me last night when I said that if you need any help to just come find me. I mean, we had to get this done before 12 today, and now it's 9 tomorrow, and it's not done.
I know, I'm sorry. Actually, Kevin from the other department actually called me in to work on a project and I just didn't get around to it.
All right, well, send me what you have now and let me try to get it ready for the meeting at 12, and then after that, please come into my office so we can talk.
Okay, understood.
Okay, I brought you in today because I just wanted to let you know that you can't not be meeting deadlines, and I put my trust in you that you would figure this out and get it done, and instead you went with another department and started doing their work when you knew that this needed to happen and this was urgent.
I know, I understand. I need to start prioritizing with my work, and obviously Kevin pulled me in, but I should have let him know that I had a deadline to meet.
Yeah, that's all right. We'll figure it out, but just know for the next time that the deadline has to be met, and like this is very, very unacceptable.
Okay. Hey Kaylee, I just sent you an email about it, but I was wondering if you'd like to come and meet with me and just go over some of the things that you should get used to here.
Hi, Carrie. Of course. Can you meet now?
Yeah, meet me in my office. I want to start off by asking how you're liking it here. Are you comfortable?
Yeah, it takes some time to get used to a new place, but so far everyone's been great and it seems like a great fit for me.
That's great to hear. Now let's discuss what you've been working on so far.
I've been trying to catch up with client progress forms. Moving from the Queens office to the Manhattan office is very different. In Queens, we didn't use the databases you have here.
I know that office seems to be a mess, but that is great to hear that you're getting used to the database MH1. I know it can be difficult, but other than meeting with clients, that is what I really want you focusing on right now.
Okay, that's great. I'm really starting to get the hang of things, but I'm having Chris help me whenever she's available. I'm also new to HIPAA regulations, so I was curious if I was violating any regulations because I leave my desk and I forget to shut off my computer sometimes.
I know it is something that everyone, when they start here, has to get used to, but it is a violation to leave your computer turned on while you step away from your desk, just in case someone walks into your office and is able to get a hold of clients' private information.
Okay, I totally understand. I'm going to make sure that I start doing that. Another thing is that I know you've been taking over the director role for a period of time, and since I'm starting to get in the swing of things, I'd like to start taking some things off your plate.
That would actually be great. I will start to send over the locations in which you can start visiting to introduce yourself, since you are in charge of all 5 of our locations now.
Okay, that'd be great. And if you could send me the packet of information regarding the peer counselors so you don't have to worry about that, I would love to get started as much as possible.
Yes, I will definitely do that.
Great. I will start getting to the other locations as soon as this week, if that's all right.
Yeah, that's great. It may take you a few days to hit every location, but that's okay.
All right, great.
Okay, sounds good, Keely. I will send you all that information as soon as possible.
All right, thank you so much.
No problem.
No, it's fine because this is the beginning.
Alright. Okay. Hey Kaylee, I just sent you an email about it, but I was wondering if you'd like to come and meet with me and just go over some things that you should get used to here.
Yeah, Carrie, of course. Can we meet right now?
Yeah, meet my office. I wanted to start off by asking how you're liking it here. Are you comfortable?
Yeah, it's all right. It's just taking some time to get used to, but everyone's been good, and I think eventually it'll be a good fit for me.
Okay, good. That's good to hear. Now let's discuss what you've been working on so far.
I haven't really been working on much, but I've been trying to catch up on the client forms. I mean, just moving from Queens to Manhattan is a really big change for me, and I don't know if I can handle it, but I'm certainly going to try.
I know, the other office seems to be a mess, but it's good to hear that you're getting used to it and, getting yourself comfortable with the database. I know it can be hard, but other than meeting with clients, that's really all I want you focusing on right now.
Yeah, and I know that I've been trying to work with Chris to help me whenever she's available, but unfortunately she's super busy too. But I guess the HIPAA regulations is kind of a big deal, and I was just making sure that I was following those guidelines because I know when I leave, people start yelling at me for my computer and stuff, and I don't really understand what's going on.
Yeah, so HIPAA actually they're very strict regulations, and I actually have talked to some people about how you tend to leave your desk and leave your computer on, and that's a huge violation. Another one is that I've noticed you have a sticky note of your passwords on your computer. You shouldn't be doing that because if a client walks in, they're able to get into the database and see private client information. Also, another thing is that you should not be looking up clients that aren't yours on the database because the department actually tracks you, and if they're able to tell that you're looking up clients that aren't yours, it's like a serious offense.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, I really see where your priorities are at, and I definitely need to take a deeper role into that and see what's going on. But eventually, I would like to start taking some things off your plate, and I think that when I kind of get in the swing of things more, we can do that.
Yeah, that would actually be great. Since you're the new incoming director and I've been holding this spot for a while, I think it'd be good if you could, take some of the things off my plate. And I know you're just getting used to things, but I think sooner or later you'll get into it.
Yeah, I think so too. All right, well, thanks for this.
Hi, Emily. Thanks for coming in today.
Hey, Dan.
Well, the reason why I called you in is I want to talk to you about some things I've been viewing that you've been doing in the store as well as your employees. I don't know if you know anything about this. You have an opinion on it. If you know you're doing anything wrong that you like to prove.
Wait, what? What's going wrong? I've been doing
Well,
absolutely fine.
Okay. Well, I'll mention to you, and you can respond to me, and maybe we can figure things out. But I've been looking at the cameras, and employees have been telling me that you're on your phone a lot. You're not really getting stuff done. You know, you're just not doing tasks. The store's a mess when you leave at night. What do you think about this? Like, do you think we can improve on this? Do you know anything? Well, considering you're on your phone with me right now, I think we should work on that. I don't know why you're laughing. It's not really that
Because
funny.
I think you're funny. Like, I don't even care what you have to say.
Well, okay. Well, I think that's just the problem. We can maybe work on it.
Really, Dan?
Well, if you don't think so, then maybe you should step out. But I don't think you should. I think you're a great employee.
You think I should step out?
Well, I think if you're gonna have the mindset of that, maybe. But I think we should work this out and talk about it.
Did you literally just tell me to step out of here?
Well, if you want to, but I think we can work. Okay.
Hello, I'm glad that you applied for the position of General Manager for the Boston Division. We have known that you're a well-rounded individual and are highly motivated to move upwards. So corporate would just like to have an interview to guarantee that you're the best candidate for the position.
I'm open to anything that you need from me. Any questions that you have, I'm willing to answer.
I'm glad to hear that. And so with that being said, the job needs you to be there a minimum of 60 hours a week and on-call daily. Can you handle that?
I have been working consistently 50 to 60 hours in my current position. And as I do understand that there'll be more responsibility and undoubtedly more stress, I know and I'm up to the challenge.
I have no doubt about that. You've worked hard for many years for me, and I know that you will carry that throughout any job that you get. My next question is about the employees underneath you. The team you have now is happy, but they're only leading 10 people. The Boston division will have 300 people reporting to you. Do you think that you can keep the same satisfaction level that is in your current employees when it is applied to a team of that magnitude?
Yes, I do. I treat each employee like they are equal and they respect me for it. I have done each job on the floor all the way up to my current regional management position. And I know that I can relate to everyone in the company equally and efficiently.
Very professional answer. Last question I have is, what do you think will be your biggest drawback of something of this size?
I think that my biggest drawback is going to be that I am a very professional person, and I like to get to know everyone in my crew before we get to work. This will be an issue for me to overcome just because I will have to start work immediately and I won't have time to get to know 300 people with no work getting done. If I were in that situation, I would inject myself in certain projects to get to learn the key players in the region, and from there work myself through the company to get to learn everyone's name at the very minimum and perhaps get more personally acquainted from there.
You've had a tremendous interview, and I'll make sure you're at the top of the list for our consideration. Thank you again for coming in.
Thank you for considering me for this position.
Okay, so corporate said something about you wanting a better position in Boston, so you're...
Yes, I'm open to anything you need of me, and I'm willing to answer any questions that you have.
All right. First of all, you got to be there like daily. They say like minimum 60 hours a week, on call daily. You're good with that?
Yes, I've been working 50 to 60 hours in my current position. I am completely willing and understand the stress and responsibility that will entail, and I'm prepared for it completely.
All right, cool. So right now you got a team of like 10 people. They seem to be pretty happy. You give them casual Fridays or whatever. You think that they'll be happy over there?
Well, how many more people would I have?
Probably 300. They say like, about 300 people.
Yeah, I think I can keep them happy because I tend to treat people equally in respect, so I think that I gain respect by treating them like I would want myself to be treated. And I also try to get, personally acquainted as much as possible with all my employees.
then yeah, you should be pretty good. You know, seem like a saw guy. People, you know, shouldn't have any issues, right? No issues.
No,
And,
but what kind of?
I don't know, issues. You know.
No, I'm perfect.
Cool. All right, then I'll let them know what you said. Pretty good.
All right, thank you.
All right, have fun.
Thank you. Good morning. How is the implementation of our new business system going?
We've made decent progress up to this point. I would say we're about halfway done with new system implementation. However, we recently hit a snag.
What kind of a snag?
It appears the new software does not work with our currently operating system. We are currently troubleshooting it by trying the previous version of our operating system and checking if any files are missing from our earlier installation process.
You're checking to see if the previous version works?
Yes. When we started the process of implementing the new system, we were on an older version of our operating system. But in between two of the steps, our computers automatically updated to a newer version with the rest of the company's computers. So the new operating system could be our issue.
What about your other troubleshooting methods?
Well, like I said earlier, an update occurred when we were in between steps of installing the new software into our system. So it is possible that some of the files were not installed or corrupted by the computer update. So we are restarting the process on a different computer to see if that works.
All right, so you're going to check to see if a previous version of the operating system works, and if that doesn't work, try a clean reinstall?
Exactly right.
Okay, then let me know how it goes on your next progress report.
Will do.
Yeah. So what's up?
Not much. Just doing some installs on the computers.
What kind of installs?
Just some general system updates. Trying to make it a little bit more proficient.
To how many?
How many what?
How many different types of computers? So it's like all of them? Is it just the one? Is it like multiple type of systems? Like what's going on here?
It's just one system, but we're trying to make it work with our old system.
You have an old system?
We do have an old system. So we updated it last year, and it's now going through it again. And apparently, we had a bit of a snag when the old system was coming in. Are you paying attention to it?
No, I'm not, to be honest.
Okay, well, then basically, we're making old stuff work with new stuff, and it'll work later.
But why don't we just get all new stuff? Why do we have to use the old stuff?
Because otherwise it's going to cost a lot more money. The old processing system cost us $12 million, and doing the updates is only going to cost us $10,000 per year. So it's worth just updating stuff at this point.
Oh. Okay. Is it either? That's fine?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
get this one.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
So far.